And finally things started moving, and I got out, but now I have an infection, so got to get that taken care of before I should be all back to normal soon. Jeez, buddy, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, best of luck to you. I don't want to, bring in the joy, that's for sure, but hope you do well, and hopefully you get that taken care of as quick as possible. And back to you, Edwin RXR. Well, thanks, Eric. Yeah, I'm feeling it better as well as I felt in a while. So I'm able to talk. I don't have any tubes. I'm on an IV, and that's about it. So got my Echo Link, and just realized it's Sunday night. So you running the net tonight, or is someone else doing it? I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't know. I ought to check. Make sure I am not running the net or anything. I don't know if Cole's running it or Paul's running it. I gotta take a look. Back to you, Edwin RXR.
KC1NZD.
I didn't look very carefully. I saw this is Brad's link. Is this where the net would be, or is that somewhere else? Yeah, this is it. It'll be tied in with the 09 repeater. So basically everybody that's listening on the 09 repeater is listening to us at this time. So I don't want to hold it up too much if they get ready to start up here shortly. We got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to say. Back to you, Edwin RXR.
KC1NZD.
KC1NGB, can you hold for a second? Yeah, Eric, so I'll catch you. I'm going to sign off here. Since I'm CB is on here, I've noticed. We'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to sign off as KC1GX. Breaker, go ahead.
This is KC1NZD. I'm wondering if I could connect with Ben, KC1HBL. Ben, could you connect with me on 36, please? KC1HBL, QSY 36.
This is KC1MSQ. The Newcomers roundtable net will be starting in about 2 minutes.
Cole, you need to speak a little louder. I'm having a little difficulties hearing you. This is N1 RXR, over.
This is KC1MSQ. Sorry about that. N1RXR. This is KC1MSQ. The Newcomers roundtable net will be starting in about 2 minutes.
Roger on that, Cole. I'll be standing by until the net begins. You sound a lot better now.
Great. KC1MSQ, is this frequency in use? Okay, I'm not hearing anything, so I will be... So this is QCQCQ, this is KC1MSQ with the Newcomers Roundtable Net. My name is Cole, and I'll be the net controller for tonight. This is a directed net, so anyone would like to break in, or if there's any emergency or high priority traffic, please throw out your call sign and wait to be recognized. Bear in mind, after call is complete, please allow a second or so between check-ins to allow any emergency or high priority traffic to break in. Speaking of, is there any emergency or high priority traffic at this time? If so, please come now. Okay, hearing none, so let's begin the check-ins. This is KC1MSQ with the Newcomers Roundtable Net. So, when you check in, please throw out your call sign and wait to be recognized. Please give me your phonetic call sign, your name, and location. If you would like to check into Newcomers Roundtable Net, please come now.
Kilo Charlie 1, Hotel Juliet November, Wayland and Wyndham.
And 6R, Eric in Gloucester, just listening tonight, Cole.
This is KC1AIH, Kilowatt Charlie 1, Alpha India Hotel, Miriam and Lisbon. Evening.
KC1, Alpha Oscar Tango, Ron in Denmark. November, Kilo 1 India, Roger in Falmouth.
This is Whiskey 1 Tango Golf Golf Tim over in Sanford.
November, Bravo, 9 Delta. Neil, yes.
KC1NZD, Kilo Charlie 1, November, Zulu Delta, Rick on Peaks Island.
Whiskey Zulu 1 Juliet, Steve in Brunswick.
Okay, hold it up. I think we had a double with KC1NZD, so the caller that was calling when KC1NZD came up, could you please give your call sign again? I didn't catch you.
Roger, it's AK1TT, Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango, BJ and Kennybug.
Okay, thank you. What was that again? Can you please come back with your call sign?
Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango, AK1TT.
Okay, thank you very much. So far, I have KC1 HJN, Willem and Wyndham, N1RXR, Eric and just listening, KC1 AIH Miriam, KC1 AOT Ron, NK1I Roger, W1TGG Tim in Sanford, NV9D Neil in Paris, KC1NZD Rick in Peaks Island, AK1TT, I didn't catch your name.
BJ, Bravo, Juliet, BJ.
Okay, thank you. And I also had a WZ1J. I didn't get your name either.
Call with Steve in Brunswick, and I'm just listening.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, if anyone else would like to check into the Newcomers Roundtable Net, please come now.
This is Alpha Charlie 1, Kilo Oscar, Matt in Wyndham. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Bravo Hotel, Alex in Leamington, just listening tonight.
November Golf 1 Tango, Bill and Wyndham, just listening. Kilo Mike 6, Kilo Papa Whiskey, Allen in Eureka Valley, California. KC1JMH Inc. Kilo Watch Delta, Foxtrot Alpha,
the person after KM6 KPW Allen, the person that called after that, I didn't catch your call sign. Maybe you could try turning off your power a little bit. The last check-in that I just heard, I couldn't get. So, if that caller that just called, could you please come back? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. That last check-in, could you, if you could, please try turning up your power. Alright, I'm not hearing you. So far, after I did my last one, now we have AC1KO Matt and Wyndham, KC1OBH Alex and Leamington, NG1T Bill and Wyndham just listening tonight, and KMPKW, what is it? KM6 KPW Allen in California on Echolink. So if anyone else would like to check in with the Newcomers Roundtable Net, please give me your phonetic call sign, your name, and location. If anyone else would like to join the Newcomers Roundtable Net, please come now.
Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Whiskey Hotel, Ann in Waterboro, just listening.
Kilo Charlie 1, Hotel Bravo Lima Ben in Buxton.
Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Lima Hotel, Jim in Lisbon Falls via Echolink. Kilo 1, Delta Foxtrot Alpha, Roger. That was an answer. Portable. This is AC1GX Alpha Charlie 1 Golf X-Ray, Lindsay in Lewiston via Echolink.
Okay, so I just got KC1, KWH, Ann in Waterboro, just listening. KC1HBL, Ben in Buxton. Were you just listening, Ben, or were you talking? I thought I heard you say just listening, but can you come back with us?
No, I should be here. Cole.
Okay, thank you, Ben. I also have KC1OLH, Jim in Lisbon Falls via Echolink. K1DFA, I'm not sure about your name, but I got your call sign, K1DFA in New Hampshire, and AC1GX, Lindsay. K1DFA, could you come back with your name, please?
K1DSA, the name is Roger, and I'm portable in Bartlett, New Hampshire.
Okay, thank you. If anyone else would like to check into the Newcomers Roundtable Net, please come now. Okay, I'm not hearing anybody else, so we'll start with the topic. So, as a technician, I'm looking forward to getting my general ticket, and I wonder about the various HF bands. On the radio, I've heard people have talked about their favorite HF bands. With so many bands to choose from, 160 meter, 80, 40, 20, and 10, and 6 meter, how does one decide a particular band is their favorite? What are your favorite and least favorite bands, and why? So, we'll take it out to KC1HJN, Whalen and Wyndham. What are your thoughts on the topic?
This is KC1HJN. I definitely think the HF bands are something worth upgrading to. As a technician, you do have limited privileges on HF. You can do voice and Morse code on 10 meters, and you can also do Morse code only on 15, 40, and 75, 80 meters as well. And when you upgrade to general, you get voice privileges on all the bands. And you also keep the Morse code privileges, and you can do data and things like that. I mainly operate sideband on 40 meters when I get on HF, and it is quite a bit of fun, and I would recommend upgrading to it. It's a whole different group of people out on there, and you can meet a lot more people that way. And there's also contesting and other things you can get into if you go that route. And it helps a lot in emergency communications just because you get that extra distance. Back to net, KC1HJN.
Okay, thank you very much, KC1HJN. Now, let's take it out to N1RTAR, Eric. What are your thoughts on the topic? Up to you, Eric.
And when I retire, last I knew I was just listening, Cole.
Oh, sorry about that. We didn't catch that. So, let's take it out to KC1AIH, Miriam and Wilson. What are your thoughts on the topic?
Oh, KC1AIH. Well, I've found since I've been on, bands have gone away pretty much from how they were when I first got on the air. But if you have no choice at all, and you can only pick one band, I found the 20 meters seems to be the best of the choice. And a lot of also depends on your length of antenna that you're allowed to use. If you're restricted in your antennas, you may end up being on the upper bands rather than the lower ones. But most of my contacts have been on PSK 31 on 20 meters, oddly enough. So I will actually operate on all of the frequencies. This depends on which is active for the day. When I'm mobile, 20 and 40 seem to be about the best at the moment. Of course, 10 meters should be coming into line fairly soon. Another year or so, we'll have some really good activity on 10 meters. And that's basically it. I go to where I can find somebody to talk to. And I usually do single sideband and or I do digital. KC1AIH, back to that.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Miriam. Now, let's take it out to KC1AOT, Ron in Denmark. What are your thoughts on the topic?
KC1AOT. I prefer 17 meters. And the reason I like that one better is because I get pleasanter conversations on that band. I haven't been terribly active on any bands actually, but when I am, that's one I prefer. Back to that.
Okay, thanks for that, Ron. Now let's take it out to NK1I, Roger and Falmouth. Out to you, Roger. What are your thoughts on the topic?
This is NK1I. Well, I work almost exclusively digital. Probably during the day, 20 meters is a favorite band because you get a lot of activity on it. Nighttime, either 40 or 80. Just depends on when you're working them. Certainly something there all the time. Lately, even 17, 15, and even a little bit on 12 has been good. And once in a while, you get lucky on 10. So I guess I'd say my favorite band is whichever one is really working that particular day. Anyway, this is NK1I, back to Net Control.
Okay, thank you very much, NK1I. Now let's take it out to W1TGG, Tim and Sanford. What are your thoughts on the topic, Tim? Out to you.
Well, as far as which HF band I prefer, that's hard. You know, I mean, I pretty much wherever is active at the time. You know, depends on the time of day. I usually get out a lot on 80. You know, as well as 40 and. But I don't know. As far as overall, I think 17 meters is pretty good. You get a nice little rag chew in there, and you can get some DX in there, and not have to worry about all the contesting. And so, other than that, those are my thoughts. And I did want to mention that I am streaming again on YouTube right now live. So if anybody wanted to check it out afterwards or now, they could do so. Just look up my call sign. W1TGG, and it should be pretty easy to find. With that, Cole, I'll turn it back over to you, and you're doing a great job, and thanks for running the net.
Thank you, Tim. Now let's take it out to ND90, Neil and Pierce. What are your thoughts on the topic? Up to you, Neil. Alright, thank you very much. ND90, we couldn't really get, you were pretty staticky, but we could make you out. So, now let's take it out to KC1NZD, Rick and Peaks Island. What are your thoughts on the topic?
KC1NZD, thank you, Cole, for doing the net this evening. It's all new to me, and I'm still having fun with the 2 meter, and I am not a general licensed yet, and I'm pretty sure I'll be studying for the license just because. The jury is out on whether or not to go HF at this point in time. I've been a shortwave listener forever and ever, and I have fun listening, and I still do listen to shortwave receiving, but so far no transmitting. And so I'm going to wait a little bit, and it's easy to see how the whole thing escalates, and the money gets consumed pretty quickly setting up a full ham shack. And I'm just not sure about it yet, but definitely listening to what everybody has to say about it this evening. Who knows, maybe I'll become more and more tempted go spend a lot of money for a new radio after I get a ticket. But time will tell. KC1NZD.
Thank you, KC1NZD. We're studying for our generals, and we hope to get our generals eventually, so I think you should too. Thank you very much. Now let's take it out to AK1TT. BJ, and I didn't get your location, but what are your thoughts on the topic, BJ? Out to you.
Hey, K1TT. Thanks, Cole, for hosting the next night. Really appreciate it. I think really 20 and 40 are my two favorite bands, just because there's always traffic, and 20 is full of DX most of the time. This year hasn't been so great, but last year was pretty good. And 40 is sort of useful for the mornings and through the day and into the evening. But 20 meters is probably my favorite, to be honest. I think the best contacts I've ever made were on 20. So, although 17's in there too, sort of runner-up. So, yeah, I would definitely upgrade. It's really, really great, and it feels more like ham radio than just repeaters and all that stuff, which are pretty awesome too. It's just a different type of feeling when you're operating on HF. So that's what I would say. 20 meters probably. Anyway, I'll send it back to you. AK1TT.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion on that. Now let's take it out to AC1KO, Matt and Wyndham. What are your thoughts on the topic, Matt? Out to you.
AC1KO. Yeah, thank you, Cole. This is a great topic because I have had my ticket now for less than a week. So I did pick up an ICOM 7300, but I don't have my dipole up in the air yet. So far I've been able to listen a little bit on 80 meter and a little bit on 40, but like I said, I don't have any experience, and this is a great topic. And just say I've been listening to this net for a while, finally got my ticket, so here I am. So thanks very much, AC1KO.
Welcome to the net, Matt. Thank you very much for that. Eventually, I think you'll get your ticket and get some crazy contacts. So now let's send it out to KPW, Alan in Eureka Valley, California. What are your thoughts on the topic, Alan? Out to you.
Good evening to Cole on the net. This is KM6KPW, Allen in Eureka Valley. You can't go wrong with 20 and 40 meters. I have, push to talk. I have 20 and 40 meter antennas up. I work mostly digital. Oddly enough, I do have a 10 meter J-pole antenna in the backyard. The 10 meter band is opening up. It's kind of interesting. We have a 10 meter net on our club on Tuesday nights at 7. We had to QSY to another frequency because we were butting heads with a group out of Phoenix, Arizona that has their net on the same frequency on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. So it's interesting. The bands are opening up. We've whatever you feel comfortable working with is best. We've got a couple of guys that work 17 meters. Myself, I try to stick at 20 and 40, but definitely a lot better feeling, like the other gentleman said, working HF is more like ham radio than working the repeaters. KM6KPW. Thank you. KC1JMH. Thank.
Okay, thank you for that, Alan. Now, KC1KWH Ann in Waterboro was listening, so let's take it out to KC1HBO, Ben in Buxton. What are your thoughts on the topic, Ben? Out to you.
Well, good evening, Cole and the net. Thanks for running the net, Cole. You're doing a great job. And yeah, I'm just a technician, so still studying for the general. And I have worked a little bit of HF on field days and whatnot, and it's a lot of fun. And you hear about a lot of guys and girls that have been in the hobby for a long time about how good the bands used to be. And I guess the beauty of a lot of people that are on the nets tonight situation is they're new to ham radio. And if you're new to ham radio and just starting in on HF, all you know is horrible conditions. So work with what you got, and if you get an opening here or there, or years down the road when the bands get better, it'll just all be a bonus. So send it back over to net, KC1HBL.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Ben. Now, let's take it out to KC1OLH, Jim in Lisbon Falls. What are your thoughts on the topic, Jim? Out to you.
Yeah, good evening to the net, Lisbon Falls. Yeah, I just got my ticket on Thursday, so I'm just a technician. But I'm looking forward to get back on the HF bands. I did previously hold a marine radio operator's license after graduating from Maine Maritime Academy about 20 years ago. So just getting back into amateur radio, and be looking forward to getting on 20 and 40 meter again. And right now, just listening. But good to be on the net tonight, my first net. So thank you for the opportunity, and back to net, PC1 OLH.
Hey, thank you for that. Welcome to the net, and thanks for getting your ticket. Now let's take it out to K1DFA, Roger, in Bartlett, New Hampshire. Out to you, Roger. What are your thoughts on the topic? K1DFA, Roger, in Bartlett, New Hampshire. It's your turn. Are you still on? Up to you, Roger. Okay, so when Roger checked in, it said that he was mobile, so we probably lost him. We'll check back with him once we're done with the lineup, which is only one more person. So, AC1GX, Lindsay, what are your thoughts on the topic? Out to you, Lindsay.
Well, thank you, Cole. This is Lindsay, AC1GX. Well, I'm a non-practicing capitalist, so a lot of my decisions are based on economy. And so I was working on building a 40-meter transmitter, 40-meter transmitter, and I ran into some health problems. So I just can't wait to get it done. Picked 40 meters because I had some plans, and I had a lot of parts flying around, and it looked like a nice radio. It was going to be about 6 watts of transmitting power. So, and then the antenna is easy, as Marion mentioned, and some other people mentioned. You get a band that suits your terrain for an antenna. That always helps. My dad always had a 10-meter in his car, which works pretty well for mobile, because he was able to make a lot of contacts, and of course your antenna fits the car pretty well. But that's not the only limiting factor. So, with that, very little experience on HF, but just going on a hunch. So you're doing a great job, Cole, and this is AC1GX, back to net.
Okay, thanks for that, AC1GX. Now, here's the check into the Newcomers Roundtable net, please give me your name, call sign, and location. If anyone else would like to check into the Newcomers Roundtable net, please come now. Alright, so, not hearing anybody else that would like to check in. So, now we're gonna go for the second go-around. Now, out to KC1HJN for anything at all, ham-related. Out to you, Willen.
As KC1HJN, I really don't have a whole lot new to say, a whole lot new going on. But thanks for running the net. It was a pleasure having you, and hopefully you do it again sometime. Back to net, this is KC1HJN. Good job.
Thank you for that, KC1HJN. Now N1RXR is listening, so let's take it out to KC1AIH, Miriam in Lisbon. Out to you, Miriam, for anything at all ham-related.
Hello, KC1AIH. Yes, Cole, you're doing an excellent job. Thank you for doing it tonight. Getting the general license is very well worth it. It opens you up as an operator to 85% of the ham bands and full power capabilities. So by all means, those of you that are technicians, go ahead and get your general licenses. And later on you can get your extras as you feel you need. But the general is the one big step that you need to take. And once you do get onto whatever part of the HF bands that you find interesting for yourself, you will find it's well worth it. Well worth the effort. And there's a lot of used equipment out there that will let you get in at a relatively reasonable price. And also some of the newer FCR and Chinese equipment will do very well at a reasonable price. That's about it for me. Everybody have a good evening. Wear your mask, keep your head down, and let the bug fly over. KC1AIH.
Okay, thank you for your thoughts on that, Miriam. Now let's take it out to KC1AOT, Ron, for anything at all ham-related. Out to you, Ron.
KC1AOT. Hello again. I don't think I have anything extra to offer. You're doing a good job tonight, Cole. Thanks for running the net. And hello and good night to everybody. Back to that.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, out to NK1I, Roger and Falmouth. Out to you, Roger, for anything at all ham-related. Out to you.
This is NK1I. Well, this week's adventure, and it's turned into an adventure, was to try to get D-Star running, which so far I haven't been able to do successfully. I can't hit a D-Star repeater that's local, so I got to go across the internet. So I'm trying to figure that out. So that's my adventure this week. Finding out this little 705 that I bought is pretty sophisticated. It turns out it's even a hotspot, so you can use another radio to talk to it, and then it can talk across the internet to apparently D-Star, but there's also some cross-domain, I guess it's cross-domain, or you go DMR, you can go from the radio to DMR, or D-Star, or C4FM. Quite interesting, I've got to delve into that. What you'll learn with this hobby, especially as you get a general ticket, is that there's just so many ways you can go, so many avenues you can go down, and I think it would take a lifetime to go down them all. Anyway, those are my thoughts. NK1I, back to net control.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Thank you for that, NK1I. Now let's take it out to W1TGG, Jim and Sanford, for anything at all ham-related. Out to you, Jim.
Yeah, this is Tim, W1TGG. I don't really have anything else to add other than what I already did earlier. So thanks for running the net, Cole, and look forward to listening to the net again next week. And everyone have a great weekend. A week, I should say. W1TGG, back over to net.
Okay, thank you for that, W1GGG. Now we're taking it out to NB90, Neil and Parrish, for anything at all. Out to you, Neil.
This is November Bravo 9 Delta. Paris. We're QS5 over here to Echo Link. I hope everyone can copy us okay. We want to say, Cole, you're doing a great job out here, and you're doing an excellent job, and it's been a cool net. And Lindsay, great to hear you down there nice and strong. And it's great to hear everyone else in here. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. And 7-3 back to net, NB9D. KC1JMH, Link.
Okay, thank you for that, Neil. Now let's take it out to KC1NZD, Rick and Peaks Island, for anything at all, and related. Out to you, Neil.
KC1NZD. Well, it started innocently enough last summer when I'd been a listener forever, but I heard someone on a handheld in Scarborough, little ICOM V86, getting into the Falmouth repeater loud and clear, and I thought, if he can do that, I could reach the repeater from Peaks Island. So I called HRO and bought the radio, and then realized that, I knew this, but I realized that, of course, now I had to get my license, which I got in October, and I've been having fun with the little ICOM, but the whole plot thickens, of course, and that little $125 radio became a $300 and something radio with accessories, and now $1,000 into this. I'm on my 2980, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, so it's worth it. It's great, it's fun, and as I said earlier, it remains to be seen that whether or not I continue. I do want to study for the general, just because what am I trying to say? A challenge that I'd like to pursue. So otherwise, it's all good as I see it. It's great people on this ham radio, and it's just and this net is fun on Sunday nights. So I look forward to it. It feels like I'm with all my friends, and it's COVID safe. I guess that's one of the big advantages. So thanks again, Cole, for running the net. KC1NZD.
Yep, you're welcome, DJ. Hi, sorry, Rick. Thank you for that. Now let's take it out to AK1TT, VJ. Out to you, VJ, for anything at all film related.
AK1TT. Thanks again, Cole. You're doing an awesome job. Let me second that. I guess for anybody that's trying to upgrade, be sure to check out hamstudy.org. And there's also sessions listed on there, and you can filter them by online sessions. So just remember, you don't have to take your test in person. You can take it online, where we just use Zoom. We have you pan around the room, check for cheating materials or anything, and then you share your screen and log into another site called Exam Tools, which is a site also written by the people that wrote hamstudy.org. I'm a V for GLARG and one for ARRL, so I've tested a few people using the online testing method, and it works great. I probably signed off on like 5 or 6 605s, and it was all super smooth, no problems at all, and it's really cheap. I think it's $15 at the most. So anybody thinking that you have to go out somewhere and go through all that stuff, you don't have to. You can do it all online. And again, that site is hamstudy.org. And you'll see a link on there for find a session. And aside from that, you can take you can take practice exams on there and quizzes and whatnot. There's also iPhone and Android apps for it. You have to pay a couple bucks for those, but they're definitely worthwhile. You can study whenever you want, wherever you are. Just pick it up. And that's how I got through all 3 of my license classes just using that one app. So I'm a big fan of just trying to pay it forward a little bit, doing these tests, and also anybody out there that's a general or an extra, you can definitely become a VE very easily through GLARC, the Greater Los Angeles Amateur Radio Group, and you can also become one through ARRL pretty easily. They require a bit of a quiz, but it's straightforward. GLARC, you can just become one that's real quick, and then you can help out with online exams. So that's about all I have. We'll send it back to you, Cole. Thanks again. AK1TT.
Yeah, thank you. BJ, now let's send it out to WC1J. Oh, yeah, sorry. WC1J is listening, so let's take it out to AC1KO, Matt and Windows. Out to you, Matt.
AC1KO, thank you, Cole. Very impressed with how well you run the net, and like I said, I'm very new to this. It's kind of nice, this seems like a really great community. I've been listening for weeks because I didn't have a ticket and I'm not going to be a pirate. But I was on the live chat that W1TGG did a couple weeks ago, and got some helpful tips from folks there, and WZ1J Steve Brunswick's been really helpful to me, and I just want to thank everybody that's welcomed me here and helped me out. And BJ, gotta give you props on that recommendation. I did I used the Ham Study app for all 3 exams, and it's probably the best $5-6 I ever spent. That was very helpful. So that's my thoughts, and looking forward to chatting with you all soon. And thanks for welcoming me here. Back to Nat, AC1KO.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Matt. Now let's take it up. So, KC1OVH, Alex in Livingston is listening. NG1T, Bill in Wyndham is listening. KM6, KPW, Alan in California. Let's take it out to you for anything at all unrelated. Up to you, Alan.
Thank you for running the net tonight, Cole. For the traffic, GLARG and Ham Study Guides, great organizations. Great organization, GLARG. I've got several VE friends that are part of that. N6LA, for anybody that might know out here. She's one of the members and a big one of the testers at GLARG. So, KM6 KPW, excellent net tonight.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Alan. Now let's take it out to K21KWH and is listening. Let's take it out to K21HBL, Ben in Buxton, for anything at all, Ham related. Out to you, Ben.
Yeah, nothing further here, Cole. And again, thank you for running the net. You're doing a great job. So, 73 all, KC1 HBL.
Okay, thank you for that. Now let's take it out to K1 OLH, Jim in Wilson Falls. For anything at all, Ham related. Out to you, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for running the net tonight, Cole. KC1 OLH, Jim. Just waiting on my first HT. It's been on order for about a week now, ever since I passed my exam. Still waiting. Just practicing via Echolink until I get it and programmed, and yeah, I'll be standing by. So nothing further from me. 7-3 to all, and this will be KC1 OLH. Back to net.
Okay, thanks for that, Jim. Now let's take it out to K1DFA, Roger in Bartlett, New Hampshire. We didn't get you last time, Roger, so hopefully we can get you this time. So let's take it out to you for anything at all, Sam related.
Okay, Cole, give me a quick radio check to make sure you're hearing me this time.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Alright, great, yeah. I'm waiting for the International Space Station over a couple of minutes after the computer on the International Space Station. So it's over at 7:40 on the bottom, and it gives you about 5 minutes of time to talk. That's why I also very much into DMR radio, and I like to get the multiple program that most people hate that part of it. That's the part that I like. So DMR and talking all over that stuff, which is pretty darn cool. But the repeater on the International Space Station is brand new as of September 2nd. Not long to the people on the space station, just the repeater on the space station. And I'm doing that with my handheld portable. And if you use two radios, hear yourself when you put the repeater. That's what I want to listen to hear your own voice. Oh, everybody else is hearing with that one. So, if that is tuned in to the International Space Station, maybe I'll catch you on that. Back to you, Cole. A1 DFA. Welcome.
Okay, thank you for that, Roger. Now let's send it out to AC1GX, Lindsay and Otis Field, for anything at all unrelated. Like you, Lindsay.
Well, thank you, Cole. I'd like to say, you know, a lot of people noticed what a great job you did running the net, but I got to say, I've never heard anyone pick up all the call signs and as easily as you did and get them all straightened out. It's really an excellent job. I have nothing else for the net. This is AC1GX. Back to net. KC1JMH Link.
Okay, thank you for that, Lindsay. Now there's nobody else on the Newcomers Roundtable Net, so I'll go ahead and conclude the Newcomers Roundtable Net. I'd like to wish everyone a pleasant evening and happy weekdays. So there's nobody else, so I'd like to thank you, George W1QUI, for the use of his repeater. It works really great, George. So now I will return this frequency to normal amateur use. 7-3, everybody. Good night.
KC1KWH, great job, Cole.
Thank you.
KC1KWH to N1RXR, are you still on? Eric, are you still here?